Welcome to today's watercolor gathering. This is a demonstration of a beach painting that I have completed for a commission. So today I'm going to start a commission for a friend of mine. This is going to be a large watercolor painting, one of the largest I've done. And this is 4 blocks of 12 by 16 140-pound cold press paper, and I'm going to do a beach scene, which I'll show you in a minute, and I'm going to do the sky first. I'm going to do a wet into wet wash, and you'll see that in just a moment. So here we are. I've done the sky with ultramarine blue. This was a wet into wet technique. I left some white space, and then I used a paper towel to form the shape of the clouds and the top of the clouds. And then I used a mixture of ultramarine blue and Payne's gray to put those shadows in at the base of the clouds and within the clouds. And then again, a wet into wet technique for the ocean. And you'll notice that the sky is darker at the top, and as it gets to the horizon, it's lighter. And then the ocean, which is wet into wet, and I added some Viridian to the ocean. You see that green in there. And at the horizon line, the ocean is darker than in the foreground. And then I also left some white area to mimic waves. Again, I mopped up a little bit with paper towel. And then as it faded out to almost white, I added in some sand color to the foreground. In actual fact, I'll go into the middle ground. And then this is a picket fence, a windbreak, so that often you see these on sand dunes. And that's a mixture of ultramarine blue and sepia in various degrees of dark and light. And as you can see, there's a shadow on one side, and there's some detail of the wood. And I've started to put in a little bit of foreground sand, and that will be built up with grasses and such. And then over here there's some more of the fence, which I haven't done anything to yet. So to finish, I have done the detail of the grass and the tall plumes of grass using a rigger brush, and that is sepia mixed with some burnt sienna. And then I have done some side work on the brush to create the grass tops and seed tops. And then I did the metal that joins the fence, and I used burnt sienna for that with some Payne's gray to give the details. The small details at the base of the fence, I used the rigging brush, but I used it on the side. It was almost dry, so it just picks up the hills of the watercolor paper, because watercolor paper has hills and valleys. So if you just brush it gently across, it just hits the hills. And then I put some more green in between the fence base of the fence. And I also put in some yellow flowers. We often see these yellow flowers that grow wild on the beach. So. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this demonstration. I also do virtual watercolor gatherings, also on a monthly basis. And I also have some other demonstrations for sale on my website. So go and see me at janemayjones.com or at magicalearthwomen.com. But you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel now so you get updates from me regularly. Thanks and have a lovely day.